Welcome to Tackle Travels. Today we are here at Britain's most beautiful beach, all to ourselves. On our fun road trip around North Wales, we rode boats and trains, explored incredible castles and deserted beaches, admired waterfalls and misty hilltops, and learned a lot about this beautiful corner of Great Britain. Newborough National Nature Reserve and Forest is one of the largest and finest beach and sand dune areas in Britain. As I discovered, it is a wonderful place to go for an enjoyable long walk. There are several routes you can follow. We decided to try the Saint, Sand and Sea Trail, which takes around 3 hours to complete and covers more than 7 kilometers. An audio trail guide can be downloaded from their website.
Ooh, let's go that way.
I have left a link to it in the description. I found several interesting shells on the beach. Back in 1955, this area was declared to be the first national nature reserve in Wales. In some places, the beach was covered with small stones. In others, it was flat sand, just perfect for running on. The dogs seemed to think so too. The pine forest at the edge of the beach was planted to protect the nearby village of Newborough from the shifting sand dunes. The tide was out when we visited, so we were lucky to have a clear path without any risk of getting stranded.
This is the beach right now, and you can see that the tide's not very high. And so we're gonna walk from here all the way to the tip where there's a lighthouse, and we have to come back before the tide comes in, or else it's gonna get closed off.
The landscape got rockier as we approached the higher ground. I cleaned the sand off my feet and put my shoes back on for the climb. We follow a twisting pathway to the tip of the island and are rewarded on the way with some beautiful views. The shoreline has been shaped over thousands of years by the wind and sea. Yins Landwyn, or the island of St Dwynwen, is one of the oldest places of worship in all of Wales. It didn't look like an island when we visited, but at high tide I learned that it is fully cut off from the mainland for a few hours. This estuary is a sanctuary for birds and other wildlife.
Sand dunes are some of our richest habitats, a home to rare and specialist plants and animals.
It was so peaceful for most of the walk. The wind was blowing lightly and I could hear the chirping of the birds. Beyond the ruins of the church is the Tor Mawr lighthouse. This was built in 1845 to guide ships away from the dangerous sandbanks of Landwyn Strait. The lighthouse was replaced by more modern equipment in 1975 and is now a protected building. I could tell by the loud noise that the island opposite was crowded with birds. The smaller of the two lighthouses wasn't built in the right place, as it can't be seen by ships approaching from the west. However, a modern navigation beacon was installed inside it in 1970s, and it is now the working lighthouse. Watching the wild ocean surrounding us, I could see why it was needed. The row of 4 small cottages were built for the pilots who used to help boats navigate along the Menai Strait. Local knowledge was valuable to avoid grounding your boat on a sandbank. Many of the boats collected roofing slate produced in the hill nearby. Until 1903, the pilots also crewed the local lifeboat. Given that they didn't have mobile phones, the small cannons standing outside the cottages were used to summon the crew. The Church of St. Dwynwen was established in the 5th century. Dwynwen is like a Welsh equivalent of St. Valentine. According to the legend, she was a princess who fell in love, but her father wished her to marry somebody else. She prayed for a potion to be relieved of her suffering, but the potion turned her true love into ice. She made a wish for all true lovers to find happiness and retreated to the island, devoting her life to God. These are the remains of the church in which she is said to be buried, although this version only dates back to the 16th century. It was once a place of pilgrimage for travellers seeking good fortune and love. They used a legendary wishing well containing sacred eels that could predict the success of a relationship. By now the beach was deserted. The golden sands seemed to stretch for miles. I really enjoyed the beach walk. The air was fresh and salty. The sand stretched for miles and even stayed dry for once. The estuary is very popular with wading birds and seagulls. I discovered that there are small eels in the water. Perhaps they are the sacred ones that are referenced in the legend of Princess Dwynwen. This seagull went fishing and caught a much larger one than me. It didn't take him long to gulp it down whole for his dinner. I really enjoyed my day exploring the beautiful coastal area. If you get the chance to visit the Isle of Anglesey, I definitely recommend taking a walk or run along Newborough Beach to the lighthouse. It's a magical and historical place, and it's easy to forget you're still in Britain. We'll explore more nature in my next video when we go on a boat ride to see seals and puffins.
If you like this video, please subscribe down below.